All right, where we last left off, you have left your interview with Critias. What was that one? Took me a while to learn how to say. Seemingly, it went well. At least you all were accepted into his academy at the University of Chicago. One person in particular learned that this university is his domain. So you should be safe at least while you're here. Just don't cause any problems.
And don't show cowardice ever again.
He
doesn't like me. He doesn't like me.
Nope. You're garbage. All right, moving on.
Wow.
So
I'm not a Bruja, therefore I'm automatically garbage, of course.
But I'm a Bruja and also female, so I'm half and half.
Half garbage, yeah. Well, your class will be Saturday. You have the rest of Thursday night and tomorrow to do what you see fit until you have an obligation to go to class and learn what it means to be part of the Camarilla, what it means to be a vampire, what is expected of you, what should you do, and most importantly, what shouldn't you do?
Kill other vampires, apparently.
Yeah, probably not or also, blow up beaches. It's also maybe
but hey, there was no vampires involved with that. That was all humans.
Yeah.
It was all humans. Yep.
Them crazy humies.
The hit job I did was just a human or two. And then I blamed it on somebody else.
Yeah.
Also humans.
So
what you're saying is, if we have to kill a vampire, all we have to do is get humans to do it for us.
Brilliant.
That's never gone south ever.
Well, as you guys are leaving you're gonna be leaving through the Cobb Gate, which is the very Victorian-esque entranceway that's a tourist attraction here on the campus. You are going to see a familiar face as you guys leave.
Mr. Winters.
Yeah, you can tell he's talking to someone right now. This person, and you know what? I'll pull up so I can. Here we go. This person, what's going to stand out most is they are, well, they have very greasy ginger hair.
Okay.
And a very straw jawline. This person, their skin is pocky, freckled. Their teeth maybe aren't the best. Just someone who's lacking in the appearance department. He's dressed in royal blue scrubs with a logo of a cat and a dog. And he's chatting up with this individual. It's hard to really tell age, especially because he looks pretty roughed up. But as you guys walk by, he's going to call out to all of you, and he's going to remind all of you to make sure you get your jackets tonight. He's not sure if really the cold bothers you. But I'd let you know. We'll see you in class. And he kind of is going to say something over. You can't really tell what he's saying, but to the gentleman that he's talking to. And he kind of like makes motions to a few of you as he's talking. All right.
As we return to,
I'm gonna inquire about the jackets. What jackets?
He tells you a storm's coming tonight. He'll wink at you.
I thought we got free school jackets.
This is a university.
You
You honestly expect to get anything for free? No. If you're lucky, you get out of here without an insurmountable amount of debt.
How's that $50 towel doing for you?
It was 15.
15.
Yes.
Well, 50 would be just as believable.
Yeah. Just the insignia.
We don't have a hot take on how school systems are run here. No.
She's holding on to that towel. That towel's never leaving her sight.
So, okay.
Know where your towel is.
New personality trait unlocked.
When
you just need to start.
When she spends that much money, she's gonna be holding on to the thing that she spent that much money on.
Okay, well, I'm sure the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy would be happy with that. Moving along, we have a panicked horse on a beach to go ahead and check on.
Yep.
All right.
So,
is everyone coming?
do you guys want to join us to try to go ahead and see what's wrong with Calamity, or are you going to bugger off and do your own thing?
I'm still waiting on a call from Bowman, so as long as I can keep a respectable distance from the horse and stay in the car, I'm more than happy to come check out the horse with you.
Okay, then. Probably best we shouldn't return to the vehicle that I stole to get us here on time.
You did
Well,
what now?
we have the car. Why would you need to steal a vehicle?
Because you abandoned us.
Well, you're
We
here
had to-
now, and the car's over there.
It's like slight eye twitch from Theo.
Right.
And then he's like, sure, I can't wait, as he walks over to where the car is parked.
I'm going to look at runes we're walking and be like, we didn't abandon them. We told them not to ride the horse.
That is true. We did tell them not to ride the horse. And I don't think the horse will be there when we get there anyway.
Oh, heavens, no.
Okay. Well, who's driving?
It's Lynn's truck,
Yeah,
so she
it
wants
is
Yeah.
my car.
It is.
Okay.
There you
Lynn
go.
behind the wheel. You guys make your way back to a beach, which is only about 5 minutes away. Very close to the university. It looks like it's quieted down since it is a little bit later now. So I'd say about 11 o'clock at night at this point. It's cold, especially on the beach. It does have that chill. Doesn't really bother any of you, though. Beach looks beautiful. Moon is out. Looks like it's starting to wane. No
Is-
sign of a horse.
I'm gonna go in the water because I'm pretty sure that's where it went.
Okay. I mean, are you gonna take your shoes off or anything? I'm just curious.
Gonna take your towel with you?
Yeah.
Make sure that really gets soaked.
No, you leave that in the car. 'cause
No, we'll
it's
put it on
pretty-
the engine block. That way it can dry out.
Mhm. Well, you go out into the ocean. Water's cold.
I don't need to breathe, right?
Hmm?
I don't need to breathe, do I?
No, you don't.
So yeah, I'll just use the boots to kind of weigh me down to the bottom then.
All right. Yeah,
Jeez.
you're gonna watch ET. She's gonna submerge herself in the water. As you
That's
do,
Gotta be a
once-
surreal experience.
As you do, it is once again cold. You can feel the ocean just thrash you about slightly. Still no sign of Calamity from what you can see. It is very dark under the water, and unfortunately, vampires don't naturally come with dark vision.
That seems like such a weird thing since they live in the nighttime.
Well, there's a discipline for it.
Is it Auspex?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can get it at level 1. It's very useful.
Yeah. If you can get access to it.
Let's just
But
go eat
you
a
don't
gangrel. It'll be fine.
see anything really in the water, unfortunately.
I rolled investigation. Any hoof prints on the beach?
Is that you here?
That's me.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you take a good look around, and you do see what remains of some hoof prints. And it's funny, it doesn't really show it like coming onto the beach, leaving the beach, just few hoof prints that have been left closer to the water. And it looks like it starts to go towards the ocean, but the waves have cleared away the remainder.
Well, it looks like Lynn has the right idea. Somewhere out there. I'll point
Oh.
out the host and be like,
Dude's gonna start calling mentally for it.
Oh no.
I know that's what worked last time.
But why do we want the horse?
Again,
It's great.
One, it saved your life at one time, and two, it
Doesn't
is
matter.
I mean,
That thing is evil.
A collapsing building could save your life. Doesn't make it any less dangerous.
No. I mean, a lot of things could save your life. Doesn't make them any less dangerous. But would you rather not know where the collapsing building is?
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not near me.
It's not near me.
Okay, so I mean, if the collapsing building just happens to be behind you and you didn't know it was there and it falls on you and you die because of it,
I think I know it's a collapsing building.
ignorance does not mitigate danger.
Yeah, but not being around the danger does.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know where the danger is, how can you not be around it?
Oh no.
Pretty simple.
Oh no.
Not here.
Basically, one of you would have told her to not take her cell phone into the water with her.
Well, you've already submerged it once. Why not again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
looks like we'll
you call out to Calamity, let Calamity know, come here, I need you. You don't really feel a response.
Well,
Oh, look at the doctor, so happy.
Fat horse.
Mm-hmm.
I was. All right, I'm just hanging out by the car.
yeah.
I will, like I said, I'll point out the tracks that I found. Kind of, Lynn's must be doing the right thing. It looks like it's out there somewhere.
That's
Well,
why we were on the
since-
beach. It didn't go very well.
Yeah, well, at least we don't have way too much money and a connection to someone that has high
Oh no,
yield
she still has her
explosives.
fucking money. Ah.
No, I would have kept it like in a safe.
So,
No, I'm talking about the doctor.
yeah,
Ah,
yes, the highfalutin, overly paid physician of, very little restrictions on what she does with her purse strings. Anyways, since I don't know when Lynn's going to come back, and the doctor had pointed out horse tracks. I'm assuming that the doctor had pointed that out to everyone. Okay. Is there any other unusual signs or things that look like they might be important or anything like that on the beach? And if so, should I roll anything particular for that?
First off, just looking around,
Oh, hold on.
the easiest thing that you can find, since you and Lynn were here before, is a few of the footprints that the two of you made that still remains and hasn't been washed away. But
Any
besides,
new footprints that doesn't look like it belonged to either of us?
all right, roll me a mental investigation.
Okay. Give me just a moment. I'm pulling up my character sheet now. I should have had that loaded already.
So is the obvious things that you forget.
Yeah,
Trust me, I
brr.
know.
Burr, got chat
volleyball
up.
court nearby.
Hmm.
Let's see.
We're just getting
So, mental investigation. All right, that's a 6. So, I always forget. Is it hashtag or slash roll on this?
Slash or hashtag.
either one works.
Okay then. Okay. Well, I guess that works. Several almost successes and then 2 successes.
Yikes! I know. The 5s are evil,
Yeah. Can we round up?
right?
I still see all the 10s from last time. It's so beautiful up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that will never happen again. Last session was a miracle session for multiple people. It's never going to happen again.
Yeah. Well, no, you don't see any new footprints. Seems like the beach has been pretty quiet tonight. It's really cold, so not much of a surprise. People aren't really going for a late night dip in the winter when a storm's coming.
Okay.
Well, after some time, E.T., you call out, and you feel... The best way I could describe it is a stir within yourself. After your calls and calls, something doesn't answer. No. But something is making itself known. It feels like your beast within you as it just shifts. Almost like it's just waking up. Hard to say. But still, nothing from Calamity.
How much time has passed?
A few minutes. Some of you who are new vampires are like, man, she's really good at holding her breath. Well, now that I think about it.
Wait a second.
Oh, you're just like, I don't have to breathe. But after some time, Lynn's head is going to pop up. So none of you see Calamity, no sign of Calamity when Lynn's head is popping up.
Are you ready to beat this popsicle stand? We're just gonna hang out at the beach all night.
I think we need to head back to the Haven, see if maybe Calamity's already rested up there, if that's okay with everyone else.
Yeah, well, we'll be heading there eventually, but I want to go to my apartment.
Ah, yes. Okay. Should we all go to your apartment then?
Well, if the Strangler's there, it'd probably be good to have multiple people, just in case something goes awry.
Okay.
I mean, we still only have the one car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they seem easy enough to acquire if you know where to look.
Yeah, if he's
Look out
there,
over
I
the
want
street.
to make sure that his wife-to-be did not give off the wrong impression of what I wanted the other night.
Huh?
You heard over the conversation. Just kind of getting a bit pushy about murder.
I think he wants to make sure my sister does not kill his parents.
That would be good. I really don't need any attention drawn to me at the moment.
Well, okay. So what does going to your apartment solve as far as protecting your parents from the doctor's sister for trying to,
Because I could talk to the Strangler if she's there.
Oh, okay. So we hop by your place, check things out. Strangler's there. We have a nice cordial conversation.
Yeah.
If not, we head back to the Haven.
Yeah, well, unless doctor wants to visit church. I mean,
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Hopefully the horse is okay and we don't have an unexpected surprise.
Of course.
well,
All right.
that thing will do what it will do. On the drive there, I'm also going to tell you guys a secret the Strangler whispered in my ears the first night.
Okay.
He told me, gone but not forgotten, no longer juggling his web of dependence, only a friend who walked on the moon. Now, I'm not entirely sure what that meant, but maybe you guys can figure it out.
Maybe gone but not forgotten, no longer in a web of dependence, you said? Does the Strangler have someone from his past that they're no longer dependent on, or?
Yes. Most likely their sire. A person by the name of William, I believe.
Oh, okay. So what do we know about this William?
Pull out my cell phone. I'm going to pull up a picture and I'm going to read a
Oh, the
fun-
note that you destroyed. Yeah. That
Read
I
a
saw
fun
you
one.
read, but
Oh,
you
that's
didn't read it.
burn. I can
Yeah,
read out
yeah.
loud now.
No, I didn't think you did. That's why I didn't want to, out of character information. You know what I mean?
No, there you go. So I will now show you all the picture since I'm not driving. It's easy enough to do.
Excuse me. I have to do some squats real quick.
Squats. And if we do need me to reread this note, I will.
Thank you, by the way, Bobcat.
But if not, if we remember what's on the note, we can just now make this information canonically known.
I'll put it up
Mm-hmm.
as you remember where it is.
I would join you, Melt, but I can't.
All right.
I will also tell the group that during my conversation with Iris, she hinted at the Strangler is either staying at my place because either there's something I have there that's important because he likes important things, or I'm important. But Rune doesn't think that one.
I ask what perhaps would he think is important from your residence.
Well, I have a collection of fine wines and whiskeys, but I mean, she said he likes shoes, but only fancy shoes.
You
I don't
have
think
any leather biker boots or something that would be rather impressive that he might find alluring?
Just Davidson's, but you know,
I'll ask if you have any jewelry.
yeah, a little bit, but most of it's on me.
I say that might not be a bad place to look. I'll say that the note references princesses several times, so think princess themed, I guess. Jewels, tiaras, fancy dresses.
Well, given how much she talks about her prince and refers to the Strangler at that, and she refers to herself as a princess, it seems like if the Strangler's sire uses that kind of delusional talk, and therefore the Strangler might do the same, that same kind of envisioning yourself as a person of royalty or political power might be a common thread amongst their blood, I guess.
This makes sense to me. I say, but from what I can gather, the gentleman seems to be. It seems that the Strangler left because something happened. It says, "We don't blame you for what happened," followed by a whole bunch of comebacks in all capital letters. A lot of other really weird things. Oh, it does. Come to LA. So I believe this William may be in LA.
So, this
believe-
William, where would you grade them in your professional medical opinion on the level of stability?
Oh, I would say I'm on the lower end of the spectrum based on what I have here.
Catherine, I love the gestures.
Well, I say that it wouldn't be a bad idea to investigate to see if something similar to what the Strangler does happened in LA. Clearly, there was some sort of incidents that happened that drove him from his sire and from his home up to Chicago.
Well, unless Lynn's contact on the black market can get us information, the only individual that I know that would possibly be able to get us any intel from LA isn't returning your phone calls right now. Unless he's returned your phone call recently and you haven't checked your messages yet.
I'll check my phone. Have I missed anything?
Nope.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you that he is not called back. He is most likely doing his job. He is a very busy man. I mean, why can't we use the internet?
God dang it, Catherine. So, does anybody have any way to gain any information from LA? Anybody we could talk to?
You have a laptop?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, though, that... Well, we could try. Nothing hurts from taking a look.
We
It's
should call the
just-
Hollywood Museum. Sorry.
Mhm.
I mean, I
Nailed that by
could
the
try my contacts. I don't know if they have many
Your contacts is
things. up
black
there.
market based, so they may or may not have any information about something big that went down, but they probably don't know anything about vampires.
Well, yeah, no, but maybe some weird instances happening.
And now, this may be for, I suggest, another night, but he basically lives at the Red Number 5. We could ask around there. Plenty of people see him come and go and know he works out of there. Maybe somebody knows something.
Yeah. I'm sure that there's one individual that probably knows anything and has a level-headed ability to be able to communicate it. The problem is, I don't necessarily trust him all that much.
I
But he
mean,
basically runs the joint, so he'd be the person to know.
Well,
there's
I didn't-
also she, if we want to bring her up.
She did know. It did seem to know my sister quite well.
Catherine really wants to play her again, I'm noticing.
Well, I mean, the one person that seemed to get along with her really well, I'm going to look over at Rune.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'd have an advantage on go ahead and getting her to talk.
Well, that was kind of part of the plan since we need more friends. Definitely could be a good one, I hope.
Correct. I say when Bennett recontacts us with whatever job he has, we can use that as an opportunity to inquire.
Okay, well, we're going to Rune's apartment.
I'm gonna check my cameras on the way there.
It's
It's very
quiet.
clean, like usual.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't been here to mess it up, so yeah, it's still very clean.
All right.
And there's a few bottles on the floor
Oh.
that you see.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Did
And-
your human buddy have a key?
I'm sorry. Oh. I don't think you know about my human buddy.
Oh, did I not? Okay.
I've never
I
really. brought my
apologize if it
personal
was
life.
out of.
I've
I
been
apologize
avoiding
if it
bringing
was
up
out
my
of character
personal-
information. Forget I said anything.
Well, you guys are. Who's coming in? Is anyone just waiting in the car before I jump ahead?
Well, he wanted backup, so
Yeah.
Everyone coming?
Why not? Since we're all kind of looking for stuff in his apartment, more eyes is always better than less.
The first thing I would probably do when I came in would be go to the bathroom and take the mirror off the wall so I could see if I scan, because I caught him in the mirror reflection once before.
yeah,
I can
okay.
do it again.
Here in
Rune walking around the mirror.
Taylor's. Yeah, here in Taylor's saying more eyes is better than less.
Haha.
Very funny.
Hmm.
No, you gotta wink with the third one.
Hmm.
When I have like the little setup where I can just like go,
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, make your way into the apartment. Quiet, clean. Just a few beer bottles that are on the floor. You don't see anything.
I'll tell
you-
Theo to look in those bottles.
Oh, great. More Crayola drawings, I'm sure.
Well, there's about a handful of bottles. You kick them around, take a look. There is one that has paper in it. It's been rolled up.
Let's take a look again and see what kind of interesting diagram's been written on this one. Oh, this is
I will read
not this is not a normal Crayola drawing that he's left us. He's got an actual thing here. Hold on. What does it say?
I will read it to you guys. All right. Fledglings. News of. I always say this wrong. News of Critias's most recent class has spread through the city, and many Nosferatu are chomping at the bits to release several incriminating videos of your coterie. But I have found a job offer so juicy that everyone, big and small, will owe you some gratitude. There is a problem spreading in Chicago, and it has been traced to downtown, uncomfortably close to our most popular feeding grounds. The blood of certain humans has made kindred sick to the point of starving themselves into a frenzy. And the common thread between all these people? A pharmacy in southern downtown called Megadon Pharma. The amount of business this rather new chain has begun to gather puts CVS to shame. If your coterie looks into this and can find the cause of this sickness, you will gain even faceless allies. Your friend, Mr. Stedman.
So that's how he delivered the message.
Okay, so this is really good news. Bennett said that, we were to try to curry favor with the Camarilla, and if we can find out where this pharmacy is, what they are doing, what they're giving people that's making their blood toxic to us would be invaluable. The question is, who do we tell when we find out? Do we tell Bennett over at the Red 5? Do we tell Cretus? Do we tell the Prince?
I imagine Bowman would probably be the best first starting point.
Well, if we could get Bowman to bloody talk to us, yeah.
I think if we call him with something like this, he may pick up. Most of the things we're bothering him with lately are inconsequential, but this seems to be at least intriguing enough to catch his attention.
Okay, so was there a name again on the letter about the pharmacy, what it's called or anything?
Yeah, it was
It is Megadon Pharma.
Megadon Pharma. I'm assuming you have a phone book around here somewhere, Rune?
Well, yeah, but everything's a bit disorganized in the fact that I did not move everything.
I'm going to look for any sort of phone book, and if so, find a directory in it for Megadon Pharma.
Yeah, I'll invite everyone to investigate and see if maybe my apartment's on top of an Indian burial ground.
Well, now that you said that, I rolled a 4 on my investigation to look around the apartment.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate as well.
Do I need to go to hunt up a phone book in his freshly tidied apartment? Do I need to roll for that?
I'm gonna laugh as pull out my phone, open the map, type in Megalodon Pharma, hit enter.
Hey! Okay. Theo is not technically competent, all right? And he prefers books, so looking for a book fits the character, all right? Watch, I find it, and you've already got the address for Megalodon Pharma as I go ahead and say, yeah, I found the phone book.
Basically, the phone book that Rune has is an old one, about a year old, 2017. And around the time you have it, you start flipping through it. The doctor's, she has an address. It is in southern downtown. And if I'm not mistaken, you're going to find a website and everything if you really want to snoop.
What are their store hours?
24 hours.
Bueno.
Megadon, building a better you.
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah. So,
That's almost as good as Elon Musk's built by humans for humans.
or, like the motto for the umbrella company.
Was it building a better you or something?
Yeah.
That's what this is, yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting some freaking... not liking this a bit. Okay, so now let's be clear. What our goal is to discover how this is happening. Not to stop, not to control, but figure out how. Which means if we destroy the building and burn it to the ground, we will never know. So
I only did that once.
And I did it to a beach.
Yes, my point is subtlety, information gathering. No murder, death, kill.
Right.
Okay. Looks over at room. Can you
Excuse
be subtle?
I have not done any of the violence so far. I've only defended myself.
You left a body with all of your trademarks on it.
I don't remember that happening.
Okay. So how are we going to approach getting into this building in a way that allows us to look around without being suspect?
I would imagine the front door. It's open 24 hours. We're just going in to buy something. Simple shoppers. No reason to be anything else in this point. Maybe go buy a few things, look around, talk to the staff. I'm a doctor. I can maybe try to poke at the pharmacy and see if I can learn anything.
I do have the merit blush of health, so I do look more human than normal campfires, if that makes any difference.
Okay, so here's the idea. We go in there, and the ladies go ahead and talk people up, see what information they can gather in the front. We go ahead and find a door to the employees only section and see if I can get in unnoticed and see if I can dig anything up in the back room. But I don't know if things go south and I can't handle it. Rune, will you be to pull my ass out of the fire?
Oh, I suppose so.
All right.
I'm going to ask, when was the last time you went into a CVS or Walgreens-like building? I tell you, the back rooms always have codes on them that will set off an alarm unless not put in.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's something that I am not familiar with, alarms and the such. I mean,
Yeah, I warn you that these places always have cameras and alarms. As far as I know, any pharmaceutical building that has controlled substances typically has slightly above average security on it.
that I guess would make sense. I don't have any problems getting cameras to not see me if I want them to. It's the alarms that would be a challenge. So how do we go it? Well, there is one tactic I can think of. Make them not trust the alarm.
Oh, I thought it would be the old, I was looking for the bathroom and accidentally walked through the wrong door.
Oh, no. This is a trick you use when you want someone to take something they should value and no longer value it anymore. You make the alarm cry wolf enough times that they think the alarm is on the fritz, and then they start to ignore it.
While this convo is going on, I'm going to pull the power on my security cameras. I'll plug it back in on the way up, just in case I'm a little bit superstitious.
So...
Well, I say that before realistically any solid plans can be put in foundation, we need to at least see the building.
Right.
Who knows? They might not even have a way into the back that we can find.
I mean, there has to be a way in the back, though.
How do the employees get back there?
What if
do they just walk through walls?
I imagine they might need a key card. It might be behind something locked. It may not be something you can just walk into without certain restrictions.
I mean, if it's just a key card, it might be simple to pickpocket.
You would have to find the manager, but I assume that wouldn't be too hard to acquire. But once again, we're really just shooting at the wind. We have no idea what we're going with. So I think the best thing would be let us at least
go first, get some very basic intelligence, get the layout, and then make a more detailed plan after that.
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay.
I think this is what the criminals call we are casing the joint.
Yes.
The criminals.
The criminals. Considering that considering my character has talent in larceny, his backstory before he got into the Tremere clan as a aspirant, if you will, probably was mixed.
All right.
But you don't know for sure.
Question.
So you're an angel. Go ahead.
If the power doesn't work, how well do those locks work? How well does the alarm work?
We do a quick Google search real quick. Because Taylor knows this answer, but the doctor does it.
Nashiri Kumar, thank you so much for the follow. Hey, Adderworks, welcome to the stream.
Yep, it's the first thing. I'm going to go ahead and let you know that CVS, Walgreens, and most pharmaceutical companies have backup generators in case of power outages or storms.
And there's supposed to be a big storm tonight.
I'm going to nod.
So we case the joint, and through the course of us checking it out, we could necessarily have someone knock over a tree into the power lines outside the building, like, the wind did it or something. I don't know if we have anyone talented enough to pull that off. Looks over at Rune. That would knock the power up, force them to be on backup power. And how long, Doctor, would you know how long their backup power would be reliable?
Going back to Google. Gonna see if the doctor can just pick it up off a random search.
I feel like it entirely depends on like the grade of backup generator. it
Yeah,
is.
from what it looks like, it really 6-1. It's a crapshoot.
Well, I'm assuming most backup generators are like combustion engines, right?
I'll tell you that it seems most run off some form of petrol. Yes.
Okay. And those need to breathe, right?
Yes and no. They could be in a room that has ventilation that employees don't go into, like a sorry, not a. Like
So if the storm was bad enough that a lot of water was going in that ventilation, say from heavy rain or something of that nature.
I tell you that we would have to find where the backup generator is. It may not be something on the bottom. It may be on the roof. I tell them that I know a lot of places put them on the roofs for just that purpose. So it's not going to be anywhere where it can hurt people when it needs to be used.
Oh, it's on the roof?
It might be.
It seems like two of us have a very specific thing that might be able to get us to the roof.
So the power gets knocked out. I'm assuming this conversation is happening as we're heading to the place, and we're just not sitting in Ruin's apartment. We are heading out.
Some supplies that we might want.
I assumed we were still in his apartment.
Yeah.
Building the plan. I'm going to check the weather. Does it say what time the storm's supposed to roll in?
A little bit after 1 in the morning.
So we have about 2 hours until the storm rolls in.
Okay. So, Ruin, you said you had some supplies?
Yes, well, first of all, bandanas and hoodies for everybody. Cameras could be a thing to worry about. But yeah, I got shit ton of stuff that I just have laying around for my security business that I run. Handcuffs, pepper spray.
Also,
What kind of stuff do you want? Zip ties, bam.
Doctor,
Yes.
would it be possible that we might be able to, posing as customers, actually take something of theirs and you might be able to examine it and see what might be causing the toxic blood?
I'll let you know that potentially, again, I would need access to a lab. I let you know that my specialty is in blood. Once again, not really. I tell you can do a lot of things, blood being my primary specialty. I tell you from what the note says, it would probably be more beneficial to find one of these people that seems to be infected and get their blood and study that. That would probably yield some more results.
Okay.
But of course, I'm going to need at least some basic equipment, and not even really. I let you guys know that if we are able to get a sample in something, we might be able to just use some of my old hospital equipment, depending on if I slip in at like a really bleak hour. I might not run into
Do you have a friend at your hospital that might be able to examine the?
No, I was. No, I will let you know that I was basically the floor lead from where we were. I'm the one who ran the lab, so.
Question. This might be an idea that kind of cuts out the need to study the blood at all, but the complaint is vampires are getting sick from drinking blood only from this pharmacy, which means there is a drug or something of that nature being prescribed only out of this pharmacy. Now, I did say that knocking out the power would be a way to go to disable alarms, but if we could get someone inside, could you like copy patient records or something like that that might see if there's a particular thing being prescribed regularly to people that are going to this pharmacy that seems out of the usual, that might give you a lead on what might be causing the problem?
I will let you know that if we can get those logs, I'm sure there may be some pattern there, but the only real problem is I let you know that I can Google search stuff, but I'm no Hollywood hacker. I can't I can do a spreadsheet. That's about the extent of my my technological skills.
Can you lie?
Depends who I'm lying to.
Can you lie to the manager of the pharmacy?
You can do white lies.
I sure can try.
Can you convince that the manager of the pharmacy that a patient of yours got deathly ill after they had got a prescription filled it here, and you want to check the patient records to see exactly what was prescribed?
I tell you that question is a lot more complicated than you think it is. I tell you that unfortunately several businesses have to get involved. If I was to do that, I would have to give my work, my actual hospital, my doctor's badge. Unless I got someone else's information, it could very easily be traced back to me.
Could you, as you are more than just a human that would have to go through those means, be able to convince another human that you'd already given them all that information?
Oh, of course, but let's scout out the place first. Let's see what we're working with before we start doing anything.
All right, sure.
Suspicious.
Rune, as far as the security gear, do you have a full suit of dark clothing that I could use to disguise
that
myself?
Just says security on it, of course.
I would prefer something
I got like
that,
10.
yeah, just something that I can switch into quickly, because I'm going to want to keep it on hand. Scouting, I'll do in my normal clothes. But once we go into sneak business, I'm probably not going to want to be anything that can be traced back to us.
Yeah, help yourself. There might be, there's some female articles still lying around. If, unless you guys don't want it, that's fine. I wouldn't want it.
I'll ask if it's your sister's.
Don't have.
Oh.
The only sisters related to Rune are ones that are wearing a habit.
All right. Well, is there any other plans we need to make? Is there anything we need to grab, or are we gonna go check out this?
Am I the only one getting
pharmacy?
Am I the only one grabbing a disguise kit out of Rune's supply?
I'm gonna hand everyone a bandana, though. Disguise.
Yeah, the classic low-tech Western villain level of disguise.
I'm gonna get me my fancy one where it's like a skull on it, and then you pull it up.
Okay, so he's going full payday. Got it.
I'm also probably gonna check my safe, get like a box of shotgun shells, and the rest of my money I have. I imagine I have
My money.
like half of my wealth. I imagine Rune is in the business. Half of it's in the other half's in the bank. Well, half of the half is in the bank, and the other half is in the safe. Whatever's left, grab that.
Is Rune the type of guy to keep like gold ingots in his safe because he's afraid that if he had it all in cash and the freaking American dollar, is he that level of prepper?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Okay. He does have like some of those. Oh, here's this quarter from 1976 or something, and then you have the whole like series of years. There's a couple of those.
I told you there was money in that banana stand.
Oh God.
Okay. All right. So you have
I was born that year.
I would say you probably have in the safe a couple thousand.
All right, that'll be more than enough to finish the bike off, I think.
Yeah, I'd say you probably have about 4,000 just in your safe.
And now we know his real reason for visiting his apartment. Wants to get his bike fixed.
Priorities.
Only having one mode of transport is a pretty bad idea.
Yeah. I'm working on alternate modes of transport. Who knows? I read in a book that apparently there's a way to travel through the abyss from point A to point B. I don't know how feasible that is.
I mean, is that what Lynn and Calamity are doing?
I don't know if what Calamity does is anywhere near the same level or nature of magic. But, well, let me put it this way. I know when I'm in the abyss, I could feel that difference. When I go through and travel with you and Calamity, it doesn't feel like anything to me. It's literally a blink. For you, it's completely different. You've told me as such.
Now it is.
Yeah. So, but the abyss, it feels empty and very full all at the same time.
Well, I'm gonna get out my fancy clothes and put them into like one of those fancy suit bags and put that in my backpack and get back into my hoodie and stuff since we're gonna go gallivanting, it seems.
Yeah.
Also,
I'll
suggest that people get a jacket so we don't stand out so much considering it's freezing cold out.
Mhm.
I'm assuming that you have a spare duffel that I could put my ad hoc disguise into.
Yeah, I'll find one in my closet. Hold on.
Yeah. And then, if there is a jacket that Theo thinks is particularly nice that he could wear over his shirt, he'll probably go and grab that on. Something that just appeals to him. Whatever Rune has on hand that would even come close.
Want some handcuffs? We twirling them.
You know,
And
I
these are not for what
think-
you think.
I think Rune and she are meant for each other.
No,
He's
they're
got
not
zip
for that.
ties.
I mean,
He's
they
got
could be.
handcuffs.
No, it's for
Woo!
Individual.
he's got mace.
Whoa.
Hey, you know what? If you're making some food and
About
you're
time.
out of spice,
Oh.
Now, as someone who's accidentally bear maced his girlfriend, let me tell you, that's not.
When
Don't
did this happen?
I don't think this is a story that Catherine wants shared.
Doesn't seem she's very happy about it.
We
We look so happy with the idea of this being shared on the internet.
it was
It was so freaking painful. Oh my god.
So, Doctor,
That
you
was-
want some pepper spray?
oh, absolutely.
Oh, here you go. Lynn, would you like a Bowie knife or something?
Isn't it Bowie knife?
Boy.
Even
Yeah.
I think it's Bowie knife.
Yeah.
You want a knife or not?
Sure.
Yeet. There you go.
Yeet.
All right.
Has a sheet.
Well,
I'm taking
I,
the Ziploc handcuffs, so I'll pile those just in case.
not really
cheap.
certain of how great of a plan has formulated.
There isn't one.
We're
That's kinda
just
what I'm-
looking around
Yeah.
first.
And we're casing
So-
the joint, and these are
Buy some
goodies.
chips and some lemonade. We'll be fine.
Before we head out,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
please don't use the
leave-
Bowie knife on me.
Before we head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave a note. I'm gonna flip my couch upside down since he likes clean things.
Well,
leave
you'll
my-
know if he's been there if it's fixed.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna leave my note there on top of the couch. It's gonna be like, hey, was kind of hoping to see you when I stopped by. You weren't here. I believe your fiance got the wrong impression about something when I had a chat with her. So just disregard anything involving me and her if that's brought up. If that'd be good with you.
Are you sure you want to write it that way?
A really bad sounding note that's definitely going to get my sister in trouble.
Okay, erase.
No, the Strangler would be coming after you, mate, because he thinks you're doing naughty things with his glass. I mean,
All right, I'll phrase it in a better way.
you think about that, give it some thought, and then get back to us after you've thought that out a little bit better.
Yikes. All right.
I have clipped that. That is, I'm going to be keeping that.
All right. Well, I guess we're heading to downtown, which is close to the Red Number 5, close to the Succubus Club. Downtown's where all the fun stuff is. Close to where our dear sweet doctor's apartment is, too. That's nice. Okay, well, we're heading towards the southern part, which has more so, shops that, you guys can walk through. It's a little bit more of a nightlife, especially, being close to the weekends. It's not going to be too busy with the storm. But, I mean, it's not really what you guys are here for. You're going to find just within the rows of shops, Megadon Farmer. Oh boy. And it's open, and it's almost midnight. I wouldn't say it's bustling, no. But there's still people that are there. Most of these people, I mean, it's a mixed bag from age, race, even just how they carry themselves well. Some look like they, are just young kids. Some look like they're actually just getting stuff for the next day. Some people look like they've got some money. As you guys make your way in, I will go ahead. Oh boy.
I'll lean into Rune and say, make sure you just see if anything smells off. You know what I mean?
Already on it as I'm rolling.
Yep.
Or 3 on my investigate is going.
It is fun.
The hat.
So for me to investigate, would that be with investigation and bloodhound?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Considering this is the first time that Theo recalls ever being inside one of these buildings, it looks like a general store that specializes in pharmaceuticals, basically, to him.
Yeah, I mean, they have food, snacks, they have, cards you can get. It's very similar to a CVS. I mean, they've got a bunch of just cleaning supplies, toilet paper. They even have some Christmas stuff that's out. You can get a cute little stand-up Santa, that kind of stuff. But the majority of it is medicines, feminine hygiene products, and they do have on the back wall where you can come and pick up your prescriptions.
Okay. So I'm assuming like any general store, they probably have products that they're advertising throughout the store, right?
Yes, they do. They got the major one that they're pushing right now. It's flu season, baby. So you know what that means? Bust that flu with some flu buster. Sorry. Cheesy, but there you go. That they're promoting there. It looks like it's think of emergency, for example. You can take it to boost up your immune system. You can take it for just an energy boost. You can take it if you are sick. It can help with, sinuses, coughs. It seems like you can take it before you get sick. You can just take it for energy. You can take it when you are sick. It's a cure-all.
A miracle
snake
cure.
oil.
Maybe. That seems to be the big thing that they are promoting.
So I'm going to go ahead and if that's the thing that they're promoting, I'm like, okay, so this apparently is a wonder thing, and anything that's too good to be true often is, which means Theo looks at it, this is the snake oil they're slinging. Could this possibly be the vector which is making people unsatisfying? I guess that would be the word to put it.
Unsavory.
Unsavory. Ooh, that much better.
Well,
Much better.
Lynn, as everyone's just kind of looking around, you can see that Theo's mostly focused on some of the signs that are promoting this flu buster, and it will even tell you what aisle to find it on. You can find it on just the cold medicine section. Cold relief. Lynn, there's a younger gentleman, probably about early 20s, dressed in a hoodie. I mean, you could tell that, yeah, he's dressed for the cold. Hard to really get many features besides, he honestly looks like maybe a college kid. His skin is a little red from what you can tell, and that might just be from being out in the cold. But as he walks by, you feel this rustling within you. Go ahead and roll me a frenzy, please. I need you to roll your willpower and 1/3 of your humanity. I believe that's a 3.
Okay.
Or 2. It's a 2. Willpower plus 2.
My humanity?
Yeah, it's 1/3 your humanity. I think that's 2, right, for you?
I have 7 humanities, so
Yeah.
it could be a
Yeah.
3. Okay.
It's 2, yeah.
It's always
It's-
rounded down.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Alright.
sorry.
Vampires.
Vampires.
And then the willpower. Where is that? That was composure and resolve.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so 5, so 7.
There you go.
4 out of 7?
Okay. Well, hello. All right. You've put points into it, which is very smart. You
No, I
feel.
But I'm going to.
Oh, okay. You feel your beast just rile, and no, it's not your beast. It's something that it's almost as if it had a connection with this person as they went by. Honestly, it feels like it just. The best way I could say, like, it insulted it. Hard to say, but whatever it was, this person is really seemed to offend it.
That was that the offense.
And you feel, and you're all gonna watch. It is pretty obvious. You know, Lynn's gonna. It looks like she just got hit with a wave. To a normal person, it looks like maybe just she's sick. Well, it's a good thing she's here. But all of you watch. I mean, she's gonna let out just a growl. She's gonna just like tense up, hold herself. Her eyes are gonna shoot wide. And I mean, the person's gonna like look back, but keep walking, not really paying too much attention. A little weirded out. But no, you feel then suppress away, but it's still there. That it seems whatever's within you is aware and awake and is now just waiting. You can't even feel your beast at this point because of whatever this is just taken over. It's a flu buster, right? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to ask Lynn if she needs to get some fresh air.
That might be wise right now.
Perhaps go hang out in the truck.
Yeah. If anything, I might be able to look for those, generators. See where they are exactly.
I'm going to tell Rune to come with me, and we're going to go out to the truck with Lynn. We'll let Theo keep looking. I figure I only need one Brujada if she starts swinging to get between me and her.
Okay, so I guess I'm investigating the flu buster by myself. Do I
You
need
are
to?
the smart one.
Debatable.
Did
Well-
I notice anything from my investigation roll when we first came in?
No, I mean, it
Nothing.
smells like a pharmacy. Smells like, yeah, that medicinal. This place is very clean. You can smell that. That's really all you're going to gather.
Gives me
A lot of
hostile
these
vibes. Get me out of here.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the people that are coming in, I mean, they're ranging in their resonances. Some are kind of sad. Some are probably feeling kind of sick. But there
I thought
is
you liked
one.
the medical type.
But there is a common theme. You see that a lot of people are maybe a little irritated with their resonance. A little more, I think, if I'm not mistaken, choleric. But no, nothing else really weird. All right, you guys are leaving. You go outside. Theo, you can find the flu buster, just the signs. You go to the cold and medicine, and they have, I mean, a bunch that's out on display.
Does it look like people are buying them regularly, or is it something where it's getting advertised and no one's really buying it?
Well, it looks like it's pretty stocked now, not full. I mean, you can tell that there's some places that they're going to have to restock and pull some forward. It looks like you can tell it is a medicine, but it looks more like it's in a can. It does have that energy drink look to it that it does promote. You can see that they're trying to make it like, yes, this does help with flu and everything, but you can just have this as an energy drink and it will boost your immune system. It's great. You can grab a can, look it over. It's FDA approved. And someone's going to come on over. It looks like it's an older woman, probably in her 50s. And she's dressed, obviously, for the weather. It's pretty dang cold outside. She's got a lot of layers, even a scarf. She's some gloves, too. She's going to come on over. She's going to look at you. She gives you a sweet smile. She's going to grab a flu buster. She can tell she also is gonna like now just scan the rest of the place.
Those any good?
What's that, dear?
Oh, are those any good? I've never tried one before, but I might need to pick some up.
She tells you that they are great. She says that she always has them for work in the mornings. They wake her right up. She says they are a little addictive, she would say. I mean, it's like coffee.
It's like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick a can up and I'm going to look at the ingredients.
A lot of just nonsense science terms. Do you have science, perhaps?
Theo, why do you have to be dummy in so many different areas?
I know quanzai
I do
sodium
have
ultrate.
Mhm.
Yes, great.
Okay. Academics research and science chemistry.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a mental and your science chemistry.
All right. So mental will be which? So that's 4. It's 1 dot in science with the specialty of chemistry. So that would be 6 total.
That's correct.
All right. One perfect, one critical failure, and 1 success. So I'm not going to understand the interactions between ingredients or anything like that, but
Of course. Well, you're smart. You're doing some research. So you're like, all right, you can pick up a few other just things on the shelf, compare. And you're going to see a lot of similarities of an energy drink. They have a lot of the same ingredients in that. And looking at just cold medicine, they too share some ingredients in lower doses than you're going to see in like NyQuil and that kind of stuff, much lower.
Okay.
It does seem, their main thing is energy drink and an immunity booster. There we go.
is there anything that's listed as an ingredient on the can that is neither in any of the energy drinks or other cold remedies? I'm looking for the thing that stands out.
One of these things is not like the other.
No, nothing really that stands out. You will get a little you have to check a few things, but you'll see that some terms are the same as others. They're just using different
Names
translations.
that means the same
Yeah.
exact thing.
Exactly.
So
but no,
xanthan gum as a stabilizer or stabilizers.
yeah, no, but nothing strange.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like, I think this is a red herring.
I mean, it's really great because it says it has enough stimulants to provide a kick of a 6-pack of energy drinks.
It doesn't sound healthy.
Who needs that much energy?
Old ladies, apparently.
Ooh.
She's only in her 50s.
Well, I mean, if I ever need a human to go ahead and suffer a cardiac arrest, I'll just get them to drink 6 of these in a row.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a warning of a limit or anything like that.
Oh, it's an energy drink that has cold medicine in it, and it's FDA approved,
Mhm.
and it has no warning over overconsumption at all.
Correct.
That's a little sus.
That's red flag there. Question: the labels on these things, are they like one of those you paste it on the side of a can label where it could easily be peeled off, or is it printed directly onto the container itself?
It is on the container itself.
Okay, so the label is imprinted into the container.
Yes.
So, okay.
Very similar to like an energy drink, how it's just part of it. Even has some designs. Yeah.
I was just, you see like a 7-Up bottle where you could peel off the glue and the label would come off or something like that. I was wondering if someone was putting new labels on other medicine. So this appears to be a product that doesn't exactly seem legit. I'm assuming it's on the product itself. It says somewhere where it's manufactured.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I can tell you. It is. Here we go. All right. Well, it is manufactured from Megadon, which seems to be like the company, the corporation. Hey, it's made in America, baby. Look at that. You never see that. It's processed, made, and canned all in America.
But where in America?
Mm,
America.
Yeah.
Because doesn't usually say where. Hold on.
That's really interesting. New York.
New York. Just okay. I'm going to find a store clerk and ask, how long have you been stocking these?
Yeah, it's like a younger kid. He's kind of looking at you, and he says, "As long as he's worked here, I don't know."
How long have you been working here?
Just don't remind him. It tells you 2 years. Feels like 20.
Poor guy.
And it's been always this exact same can, not labeled in change or anything like that.
I mean, he says it's changed. Like he says they now have it like embossed, but that's really about it. He says it used to be a lot more simpler. He says they've really gone hard with the little character they got on there of it. He'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna pull out his phone to show you like what the old ones was. So it used to have like it looks like a little astronaut kind of guy on it, but it seems like they've kind of done away with that and have done more just the name is the focus, Flu Buster. But yeah, that's the old they used to have.
Oh, so I'm assuming that's Buster in the Flu Buster from the product originally.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
What was that Rune said about your friend no longer on the moon? Strange, the only space theme thing you've come across since then.
Oh.
Especially since he's removed, gone but not forgotten.
Ooh. That is an interesting little thingamajig there. Too bad you're not there to remind me of that. But it isn't knowledge that I would have on hand.
You were reminded like 15 minutes ago, which is why I felt like it was safe.
Okay. Yeah, and I eidetic memory. Yeah, right. I wouldn't have forgotten it that fast.
You're a little smart.
Well, unless you were
hey, the character's smarter than I am. Let's just put it that way.
I know that's always so hard to do. But I mean, the kid is going to warn you. He's like, look, I mean, he used to pop those when he'd go to class. He tells you to be careful. I mean, but he says they're really good, and you can get pretty addicted to them. He says that he would get, so they kind of made him irritable, so he had to stop taking it.
Question. So you're saying it'd probably be bad if I were to chug like 3 of these back to back, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
So why isn't there a warning about consumption limits?
He says that he doesn't think it'll cause you any harm, but he says unless you want to be jacked up on caffeine and not sleep for a whole day, he doesn't recommend it.
Well, as little as I know about caffeine, you can take enough of it that it can stop your heart.
I mean, not to mention the fact it's also unhealthy for pregnant women.
Yeah, I mean, it says it's FDA approved, but there's no warnings on the cans. You don't find that a little strange?
He's like, God damn it, Karen.
Look, he tells you that he's a liberal arts major. What do you want from him, man? I'm sorry.
Oh, poor guy.
I apologize in your current trapped in this place. It's just, Thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry for pestering you.
He's going to ask if you're like an inspector or something.
I can't reveal what I shouldn't. But if you were to see anything strange around here, I could possibly see about a reporting bonus going in.
I mean, he says, he's seen some weird stuff since he's worked here.
Anything that you feel that I should be made aware of?
I mean, he doesn't really think it has anything to do with us, maybe more so the location, but man, he feels like there's always a shooting or a fight or something going on around here.
Really?
Yeah.
Shooting?
Yeah. He says that
It's Chicago.
He tells you that he always
that's fair.
Carries something with him just in case when he gets off late on these kind of nights.
Well, I mean, it's of course within your right to go ahead and defend yourself, especially when you're not on company property. Just make sure that you do not pull anything like that while you're on duty, because the company would not appreciate that being a representation of itself.
Right. But now he says that's really about it.
Okay. Well, I should probably let you get back to work. Thank you for your time.
He's gonna keep stalking.
That's maybe going to bite me in the butt later, but sure. Who knows? That might help me out down the road.
Who knows?
Especially if he thinks there's going to be some financial benefit for him ratting to me about something strange that's happened.
How's he gonna rat to you? You didn't give him a
Exactly.
phone number or a card or any way to reach you.
And that's the better.
Well, in the meantime, you guys went to the car.
Mm-hmm.
You guys wanted to get Lynn out of there because it looks like she wasn't feeling so great. Yeah. Well, you three left after that, whatever that was. Go back to the car. Theo is going to remain and do some more investigation. I will.
I am going to ask Lynn if she is doing all right.
Define all right.
You growled at a stranger 2 minutes ago. That's not all right.
45 seconds ago, but yeah. Yes, I'll ask if she is hungry by chance. This really isn't the best place. We will definitely make a trip on the way home, but I'll ask if you need to stay outside, get some fresh air, anything we can get for you.
I'm not hungry. I don't have any hunger. So this is completely different. I don't know what was going on with that kid, but apparently this other beast in me wasn't happy about it.
With the person specifically that walked by you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. I'll tell Rune to stay right here. I'm going to go try to find that person and talk with them.
Poor kid. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead and roll me. You're gonna have to find where they went, and hopefully catch them in time.
I've been out of the store for like a minute.
But they're getting in their car and leaving. So roll me a dexterity and an investigation.
All right. My dex is a 2. My investigation's a 3. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Amala, I roll a 5. 3 successes.
Okay, yeah. So you are gonna keep an eye on the parking lot, and there's gonna be 2 cars are gonna be leaving. Driving within. One's leaving. One seems to be coming. Maybe not to the pharmacy, but is just parking in the parking lot. I don't really know if you got a good glimpse at the person, but it does look like it's a younger kid who's driving. Oh.
All right. Can I attempt to look at him? A wink.
Okay.
Give him the old third eye treatment. See if there's anything funny that's yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to get a good look at this person. 3 successes. Mm-hmm.
Amala's ability is the ultimate cheat code to get intelligence.
Yeah.
In certain situations.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to be cheeky. I'm sure you don't mind.
Never.
Oh, we appreciate the cheek.
All right, then I have to go all the way over here.
So.
All right, my dear doctor. You're going to get, and very quickly it's just flashes. You are not going to be able to comprehend what exactly you're seeing as it's just flashes as you look at this kid. But you are going to get, all you can make out is for the future of our world.
Oh.
All right.
2 seconds to check Amala's character sheet.
Sounds like some altruistic mumbo jumbo to start a cult.
What?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Why did it come back too?
Oh no, Mala just had a vision staring at the kid that gave you the heebie-jeebies.
And all I got was for what was it for the
future of our world or something like that.
That's correct. For the future of our world.
I don't like that.
Mm.
That's some Skynet shit.
No. That's what is the group of the vampire hunters? Purify evil for the future of our world or something. That sounds like something that would fit right into a vampire hunter's motto, right? And we're having something that's making vampires sick if they feed on people. What do you want to bet the vampires designed a super drug disguised it as cold medicine?
I was thinking something along
just to go ahead and make vampires sick so they're easier to track down.
Well, I'm going to wave the kid. See if I can get his attention. See if he can look at me.
So I should have torn him to shreds. That's what you're telling me. Okay.
No.
No. There were cameras. Bowman doesn't like us already because he has to go ahead and cover up this kind of shit.
Yeah, please. And then you throw up that at him. Yeah, I mean, you wave down. You try your nice to be all like, oh, excuse me, And yeah, the kid will stop and roll down his window. It's only really going to go a little bit down just so you can talk through it. And you can tell it looks like he's going to give you some money. He's going to give you $1.
Oh, heavens. What a good young man. One second.
Yeah, what a roll.
He thinks you're a panhandler.
Nope. This is the game. Do you have the book over there? I just need to read Dominate. I need to read Compel just to see what the length of what I can try to bamboozle him into doing for me.
You should offer to tell his fortune.
Yeah. No.
It works for Vadoma.
Yeah, it does, but that's kind of her thing. She does the whole
wibbly wobbly wibbly.
Wibbly wobbly wibbly.
Are you doing Mesmerize?
Compel.
Oh. A single action command, no longer than a short sentence.
Do they have full memory of the compel? Because I know interactions between humans and vampires are different with these things.
Could something like, would you like to park and chat with me for a moment work? I don't have much experience with Dominate.
Fine, I got it. And since it's a human, it just works, right?
He is an unprepared mortal, correct?
That's the best kind of mortal. All right, well, obviously...
Isn't that the majority of them, though?
Not vampire hunters.
Yeah.
I have to roll to use this one, right? I have to roll arouse?
No, it's free.
Even better. Perfect. Well, I'm going to compel this young man if he would be willing to just step outside and talk to me about this Megalodon pharmaceuticals.
Turns out their secret ingredient in their super medicine is, ancient
Dinosaur?
shark. Yeah, Megalodon, ancient giant shark genetics.
He's going to tell you that he really doesn't know anything about it. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna let him know that I'm actually doing an investigation for the FDA. We're talking to guests and customers of people who use their products. I'm going to ask if he's noticed any strange rashes, irregularities in mood, elevated deposition, kidney stones. Just, throw a couple weird ones in there to make it look like I'm looking for specific things, but I'm really just fishing for information.
No, sorry.
All right.
He's kind of weirded out of this conversation.
I'll let him know that he is to drive safely and get home before the storm, and to thank him for his time. I'm not taking the dollar off, of course. That's just silly.
I mean, he's gonna drive off a little like that was weird at midnight, but okay.
No one suspects you at midnight.
No one
Right.
expects the Spanish Inquisition.
No one expects the FDA.
No one expects the FDA. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make my way back. I'm going to let both Rune and Lynn know that that was an interesting experience with that young man.
Did he give you $1?
He tried to. He thought that was a panhandler.
No.
No.
Doctor has a future as a busker.
I let them know that the only oddities I could get from him is... I ask if the phrase for the betterment of our world sounds familiar to either
Was
of
it
you.
betterment or the future?
For the future of our world. Hold on, I'm going to Google that. I'm going to Google that phrase. Does anything pop up?
Ooh.
All right,
How
It might
much
be like
roaming
a
data
cult
does she
wiki or
have?
something. I'm not sure.
All right. Okay. You
I wonder
little
if I did put
shit.
that in an actual Google for.
The future
Go ahead
of
and
our
roll
world.
me a mental and a technology.
I have a feeling you're going to find a lot of stuff about global warming on there.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually curious if you'll get.
I know, right? I'm
Hold
expecting cult stuff.
Okay, so let's
I'm
see.
very curious.
First thing I'm getting is what will be the future of our planet?
Told
Okay.
you.
Followed by we've seen the future and it will blow your mind. New scientist. And then, this Earth in the next 100 years, if we don't act on climate. ...
Told you.
Yeah, it's all.
Change.
If the doctor is Googling it, I will also Google it.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah, roll me.
everything is coming up is like climate change stuff.
I
Like
just
you
have a mental-
youngins and your phones. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
well-
upstairs and figure out the situation up top with the generators.
I'm going to tell you to wait till we can find the cameras.
Voice crack.
Cameras!
Yeah, go ahead, Rune, and roll me your mental and technology.
That's fun.
Oof.
I got 1 success.
I mean, it was a crit.
Well,
though.
you and Rune did fabulous, both of you.
Yeah. Wow.
Can I help either of them and look over their shoulder? Because they're not letting me go anywhere.
Sure. How good are you at technology?
Well, that's the thing. I'm looking over their shoulder to look at like news headlines. That's all I'm doing. I'm not like.
Oh,
using
it's
the phone.
fascinating. I mean, they type in on a search engine, Google, and it just pulls up just like links and crazy stuff. And they're doing for the future of our world. They're getting a lot of climate change, articles talking about the ice caps that are, or ice, whatever the heck, are melting. Poor little polar bears. A lot of just environmental stuff.
Could we try on ShrekNet?
You can try.
Ooh.
We don't have the laptop on us, so that's something we'd have to do later.
He has it on his phone.
Oh, we do. That's right.
Yeah.
You big smarty smart.
Mm.
Yeah, we got the Bowman chips. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Rune that's a good idea. Hold on.
All right, I want a different role then.
Oh.
I want a mental, and it depends. I understand some people have academics research.
Yo.
Mm-hmm. I also understand some people have investigation.
Yo,
But if you'd rather stick with technology, you can.
I have no points in technology, so
Yeah.
Yeah, technology is my weakness.
All of
Hey.
this is my weakness.
Voice
The
is
only
good.
thing I have is investigation.
I think that the next time I have to roll up a character, if something ever happens with my next character is going to be just a freaking computer geek. I
Nosferatu,
swear.
huh? One of them and Malkavians are I don't know. I like Toreadors. Toreadors are so underappreciated.
yeah, I was thinking about if I play another character, maybe I'll go Toreadors, like super whore lady.
Yes. Okay, so Mala, you got 2 with 1 crit. 2 with 1 crit. You both got the same. That's hilarious.
That's 7.
Both times.
All right. Well, the Shrek net is, I guess, the closest thing that the two of you have ever seen to the dark web.
Yep.
It's absolute nonsense. It's not like Google. You don't just search something up and it gives you just a bunch of like lists of things to check out. You kind of need to know what you're looking for. And most of the stuff you're going to find is just a bunch of memes hidden behind layers upon layers of internet. Yeah. I will say, and I'll give you guys two different things. Okay.
I missed my Nosferatu. Oh, technology roll? 12.
I know. I know. All right, doctor. You're going to find a lot of jokes. Specifically, this phrase that you looked up for the future of our world seems to be a lot of jokes because I guess there's a connection with oil. I guess whatever you're kind of getting from that. It seems like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, for the future of our world," and it shows like the oil spills and all this just nasty, horrible stuff that happens from pumping oil. You, Rune, as you two are just like, "What is this nonsense?" Oh, I hate that. I hate that a lot. Sorry.
What did you see?
A secret.
Yeah, secret. No, I just.
Hmm?
You are going to find something called Red Network that is going to link to, and it looks like it's a news and commentary network that goes 24/7.
I will recommend to the doctor maybe we should check out this 24-hour news network I found.
Yeah, I'll let you know. All I have is a bunch of stuff on oil spills. I tell you, this is something we can do a little bit later, but let's go see if Theo has found anything. Would you like to stay with ET or Lynn outside?
I think that would probably be a wise choice.
I agree. If you folks need anything, just let us know. We'll be right inside. I'm going to go back in to see what good old Theo's skirmished up in the last couple minutes here.
All right, Theo, well, you spent some time with Flubuster, asked a few questions. Anything else that you want to check out? You going to purchase anything?
While this is going on, can I do an awareness roll to keep an eye out?
Yeah, go ahead and roll your nose as well.
Excellent.
I'm going to go ahead and take a look at employee entrances, that sort of thing, kind of get a layout of the area. Is there an electronic security system on some doors?
Yes.
Okay.
Specifically the door that leads into the pharmacy, the back end.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they have security locks. It actually seems like they have their like employee badges. And they're going to have to use that to get in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How many employees? Can I tell how many are in the back right now? I mean, by peeking through like a pharmacy window while I'm passing.
Oh yeah, you can just see easily. There's only one person that's working the pharmacy right now, and there is really only one door to get back there, from what you can tell. There is another door that doesn't have these crazy securities to it. That's probably the employee area, but yeah, no, only one
Is
person.
the restroom is there a restroom inside, as far as I can tell, the back room, or just the restroom for the entire store on the outside in the main area?
You know, if you had to guess, and you can go ahead and just check out the area where that says employees only. They do have a bathroom sign,
Okay.
but it's hard to say if it's public or not.
All right. Is there a public restroom at all?
Not in here, you can tell. Not one that's just easily accessed.
Okay. Strange that the general store doesn't have a public restroom, but okay. So the Flubuster may or may not, it seems a little sus, but it may or may not be a lead. It might just be a red herring. The security locks are a thing. How many cameras? I'm assuming there's at least one camera watching the secure door.
So you can pick out, it's hard to tell in the pharmacy itself, but in just the general area, there are 3 cameras. One that's in the door in and out. One, that's the door to the pharmacy. Another one that then just covers the blind spots. In the pharmacy, you can only pick up 2 from what you can see through the window, unfortunately. Obviously, the walls back here you can't see as you look through.
And is there, because there are cameras, I'm assuming there's probably a security room of some sort where all the feeds for the cameras go.
Probably.
Anything that I can make out in the layout where that might be?
Well, you can see, so they have the door that says employees only, does have a little bathroom. Check it out. Also has just some, I guess the best way I could put it, more advertisements. But these are ones that you recognize. These are just like regular, like, these are deals on toilet paper and nonsense. There is, above the pharmacy, a little bit more towards the left, there is what looks to be like a slit. Very small, thin of a window. But it's hard to say. You'd have to go in the employee area if you want to investigate more for a security room. What are you doing over there?
Sorry.
Okay, so summoning my little shadow buddy out in the middle of a freaking general store, probably not a good idea. Because I don't think I could do that discreetly enough. My sneaky stuff, because I have Ghost of Machine and everything, I could foul up the cameras, but there are people present. I need to go and talk with the others before I do anything obvious. Of course, make sure that we work as a team.
Well, Doctor, you're coming back in to check on Theo, and you'll notice it looks like there is an employee who's chatting up with a few of the others that are working here. The one that's working the cash register, and another person that, if you had to tell, probably the manager, chatting them up, and you can tell that this person is kind of making like motions towards Theo as you come in.
Well, as I come in, I want to look at this store differently than the first time. Now that I had that interaction with the gentleman, I think it might be worthwhile to take a bigger scope of what this establishment may be. Maybe I'll find something that leads me a direction that I need to go.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, the little brat's out me to the
One
manager,
success.
isn't he?
Roll me a willpower, please.
Oh, watch this. This place is warded
3
against
successes.
peeking.
3 successes.
Yeah. We're gonna have to burn willpower here.
Yep. All right. Ugh.
So I think I might want to burn a willpower.
You can't use willpower to
this.
roll willpower. That's
Oh,
very
that's fair.
silly. No, can't do that.
You didn't grab lucky.
Okay.
It would have been good too, because like 3 were successes, 3 were fails. So would have been able to reroll the 3. Would have been great.
Nope, that's very silly. Spend willpower to reroll willpower. It's great.
Hell yeah.
All right, my dear sweet doctor. So sweet. Time to kill you. No, but you don't, unfortunately, I know you don't want to just reveal your eye. So you're just opening it. And the eye opens. As soon as you do, you feel as if something, and it's funny because you've seen it before, but you feel like something just whips towards you and it hurts. You are going to take 2 aggravated damage, and it feels like whatever this energy is, as soon as your eye opens, directs towards your eye and pulls, drains from you. You're going to feel weak, sick, extremely sick. It looks like you are on the verge of puking, but you hold it. Your eye instinctually just closes instantly. And you swear you can hear something as you try to catch yourself. It sounds like whispers, something just maddening. You can't even tell if it was even English. You might just be losing it here for a second. But you give heavy breaths, and you still feel like whatever just hit you, this might leave a mark. I don't think you've ever been hit for aggravated before.
That's fine. I learned a lot from this. I'm going to point at Theo. I'm going to give him I'm going to point outside.
Well, since I gathered as much information as I can, I'm going to go ahead and walk towards the doctor, heads towards the door, casually.
Question.
We'll say mumbo jumbo damage. There's
Okay.
no, like, you're not bleeding, you're not bruised. But then again, it was directed at your forehead. Are you gonna, like, get a mirror and look?
Not yet.
I thought so.
Like, damn it.
All right, you guys are gonna leave. Slide on out of here. The doctor doesn't look good, Theo. She looks extremely pale, even a little shaky.
I'll go ahead and literally offer her my arm and say, "Are
This
you
place
okay?"
hates women. Just saying.
Oh, is that it?
Uh-huh. Nope, I'll take
Critias was right.
Yeah, and I'll let us back out to the car. As we're leaving, I'm going to whisper to Theo that this place is the same as Calamity.
Really?
I'm going to nod.
So, okay, question. What is the
I'm sorry, ET's face was amazing.
What is the possibility that the 10-gallon hat gentleman is leaking a little bit of himself into the pharmaceuticals that are being passed around?
I tell you it's different. I tell you, I think the closest thing I can explain it to is that first night on the beach.
So, radiation?
I say perhaps, but without any kind of proper testing, I wouldn't be able to know. I tell you that I would not even test for it in objects, but in blood, I could test for something like that quite easily.
So I talked to one of the kids here, asked a few questions. Apparently, he's worked here for a couple of years, but they recently changed the design of their flu buster. I checked the ingredients. The flu buster seems to have the same ingredients you would have in any energy drink and cold medicine, but it says on the can that it's approved by the FDA, but it, unlike other energy drinks that have, like, you probably shouldn't drink more than X amount in a day, there's no warning or anything like that on this can. Does that seem unusual to you? I mean, it may just be a red herring, but I mean,
I tell you clearly that whole store is unusual.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Not recommended for children.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking before we take off, I go ahead and let my shadow do some stealthy prowling around to see if we can dig up anything else. But I think if we do too much, we might attract too much attention, if you know what I mean.
I'm going to tell you I don't think we're ready for this.
Well,
I'm going to tell you that this store can fight back.
I don't
Like
think we're
Calamity
exactly
Clan.
trying. I don't think we're entirely trying to fight it. We're just trying to figure out what is causing this thing. We're just investigating.
so are you saying that we have a lead to go ahead and help vampires over the area out? And you think that rather than us pursue it, it would be better if we mind our own business and abandon it?
That is not what I said at all. I'm letting
Okay.
you know that I think if we pursue this now, we will lose. This is something we need to step away from for a moment, get ourselves ready, and come back.
How?
I tell you that we need more friends, we need more power. I tell you if we try to go into that store now, it'd be the same as us trying to fight Calamity. we would lose.
Okay, so you're telling me it's too big of a fight for us to take.
At the moment, yes.
Then when? What do we need to achieve to be able to be fighting on that level?
Knowledge. We don't have.
That's why we're here.
I mean,
we were casing out a store before. Now we're
And we
fighting
still
a
are.
beast. It has changed.
I understand your hesitancy, Doctor, but I understand
I'm worried if you send your shadow friend in, he will never come out. What then?
Then I go ahead and find a way to get a more powerful shadow friend.
And what if, now I'm going to let you in on something. Clearly, I tried to investigate this place, and it didn't like that. It may strike out at you through your shadow. I'm warning you now. It struck out at me.
Doctor, I want to let you know that I am taking your warning fully seriously. But we cannot gain knowledge by hiding in a cave. How do we go ahead and solve this problem by waiting?
You keep making assumptions. Once again, we would not be waiting. We need to go report what we have found, let them know it's some strange entity or beast-like creature, something a little bit out of our league, and get information on what we can do to properly approach this.
Report to who? Bowman?
Obviously, the person who gave us the job. If
The Strangler?
Oh, no. The Strangler didn't give us the job. Bennett gave us the job through. Yeah. Bennett gave us.
The Strangler dropped it off for us.
The Strangler dropped it off, but it's Bennett, Mr. Stedman.
Stedman, yeah, that was it.
Stedman gave the Strangler a note to drop off to us, and Crowley found it. This is basically a job from Bennett, the guy that runs Red Number 5, and we're going to go to him and say some hibbity-bibbity mumbo-jumbo that we don't understand and don't think we could take is inhabiting that pharmacy, and it may be the source of what's causing the problem, but it's out of our pay grade.
You seem to be very bad with people. No, we would go to him, tell him what we found, and to ask who we can talk to learn more so we can complete the job. You keep assuming that going and talking is doing nothing. I thought you were one who was all about learning and studying.
Yes.
You're being rather rash about something that's quite deadly, in my opinion. Or very dangerous, at the very least.
And Calamity comes walking down the street and goes into the pharmacy.
Oh, yeah, they're the same thing. Calamity could probably walk up and buy cigarettes.
I mean, last time I wrote Calamity, it seems scared of the very thing.
No, Doctor, I think you and me have different ideas on danger, and you are danger adverse to an extreme.
I am a doctor.
Yes, but one cannot avoid every fight.
Well, that's not true at all.
This is where we will have to simply agree to disagree. I will go ahead and listen to your wisdom, but I do not think we have enough information that it would be beneficial to report it at this time, because we're literally going to him, telling him we have nothing and we want more information. And I think the response we're going to get is, then go get it.
All right. Well, then
I think we need more intel than what we would be proffering at this point.
What if we give Bowman a little bit of a...
I will let you know the employees were talking to their manager and pointing to you, so whatever you did in there did raise suspicion. Your attention had been drawn to you.
I figured that it would probably be getting to that point. The kid that was really sketchy that I was talking to, and I probably didn't come off too terribly legit as well. So I probably got reported to his manager or something, which means they'll probably be watching if I pop in again.
All right. So,
But all these places, they have secret shoppers and shit like that, right?
I would imagine so. That's a pretty safe guess, I would think.
They'll probably
Right.
just assume I was one of those.
And one other thing, Lynn, would you like to explain your experience to Theo as well? He hasn't heard that.
Wait, what happened to Lynn?
Got a little hungry.
The beast woke up a little bit when I went past a certain kid. Don't know why.
Okay.
She claims she's not hungry as well. She seems it is very strange, different than normal.
So, a kid roused your beast.
Yeah. Don't know why. It felt like it had maybe because he had a flush of just red blood in his face. I don't know. It was weird. I know it wasn't the normal vampire.
Did you feel threatened or panicked at all?
No. He's a kid.
Bruja.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll look over at them all. You feel that the place itself is a threat, and Lynn literally got roused by a random flush-faced kiddo that walked past her. Did anybody find out what was going on with the kid? Talk to him at all, or?
I'll let you know I did catch him on his way out. He thought I was a panhandler and offered me $1, but the only thing I was able
panhandler? Nah.
I know, how strange. But the only thing I was able to get off him was for the future of our world.
For the future of our world. That sounds very cultish to me.
That's what I was thinking.